leg. I'm cooking some meat still. The heat is on high to brown my meat. I have to close the window. I'm cooking some beef, guys. Welcome to this vlog with Jackqueline. Journey with Jackqueline here. My beef is already boiled and I'm just taking time to brown it. It's been browning for about 3 minutes already. My heat is going everywhere, so let me just adjust this, guys. This is going everywhere. I need to adjust the stove, the top. That should be okay now. I think it's fine now. Welcome. Please like as you come into the live. As this is cooking, I'm just going to shred my cabbage now, of which cabbage is going in towards the end. Actually, I already started shredding some of it. There's some cabbage that will go towards the end. Welcome to the live. Say hi. Hi guys, welcome to the live. I'm just cooking some beef with vegetables. Vegetables I'm adding cabbage, that's going to be towards the end, carrots, bell peppers. I'm also going to add a bit of scotch bonnet pepper and some okra. There's my carrot slice. That's sliced. As my meat is quite well browned now, I'm also going to add my this is how the meat is looking. That's how the meat is looking. It's browned all right, and it was boiled earlier. I was saying I'm going to add my onions into it now. And then I'll continue with my carrots. Next, I'm going to start cooking my, cutting my bell pepper. Please say hi, guys, on the live. Where are you watching from? Some of you have got a habit of watching me secretly. Who's there, guys? No pressure, you're welcome. Please put a like for me. Give me a like. Thank you so much. I know sometimes just as you're silent, I like to be silent on a vlog. I'm a very quiet person, guys. Robin's Scully 2599. Hi, how are you? Robin, you're welcome. I'm cooking a beef stew with vegetables. Hi, you're welcome. Did you see me browning the meat? I've browned the meat. It was already boiled. I browned it with a bit of oil. I've added some onions in it. So that's going. The onions are beginning to cook down as well now. The next thing I need to add, just a second. I'm going to start adding my spices, guys. There's Italian herbs. What you're cooking sounds really yummy. Thank you so much. I'm going to add some Italian herbs now. Some spices. I'm also going to add some white pepper. This is to start seasoning it. Thank you. Robin, where are you watching from? Are you in the UK? I'm also going to add some garlic powder. I was I'm in the US. Oh, welcome, Robin, from the US. I'm in the UK. It's almost like I can smell the goodness through the screen. Oh goodness, I wish we actually could sometimes. Thank you so much. Yeah, sometimes I see people cooking food and I wish exactly the same thing. I'm going to add garlic powder. I'm not adding any fresh garlic today. I'm also going to add some ginger powder. I'm also going to add some turmeric powder. Most of my spices for cooking a lot of different foods tend to be roughly the same, especially when it comes to African cooking. I tend to use these because they're the ones that I tend to kneel towards, or they give the flavor that I'm after, or that we are after. However, there's also curry powder, which I'm not adding to this today, but I will be adding, I'm supposed to be adding cumin powder to this. I'm now going to add my tomato. It's that time now, so I'm going to add that. I haven't added any stew or water or anything yet. It's all just cooking on its own throughout. That's turmeric powder. I don't think I'm going to cut part of this scotch bonnet and I'm going to put it in. I don't crush it, because if I crush it, it will be extremely chilly. So not everybody in my home is akin to that. My family are not akin to very East Africans. We don't add so much chili in our food, so I add just a little bit less of it. And I keep it whole, so it just goes straight in. It doesn't get mixed at all. I'm going to show you in a minute what it all looks like. And I'm also at this point going to add my bell pepper. This is what it's all looking like. I'm also going to cut up some okra now, and I'm going straight into the pan. Now, one of the things with okra, just a second. The finer you cut okra, thank you so much. Your favorite type of food is Nigerian food. Great, Nigerians have great food. I have to say, I like Nigerian food. Now, and I was going to talk about Nigerian okra, how they cut it. They cut okra very fine to get a slimy texture for foods. We in East Africa cut okra a lot thicker, because we generally do not make okra slimy in our food. I can cook that food if I want, but we as East Africans, I'm from Uganda, we don't cook our food that way. So I'm just going to cut it a bit thicker. They have yes, they have the best food. East Africans also have good food. It's just a case of trying it. I'm yet to bring some of those East African foods to us here. More of them. So I'm just cutting my okra into here, into the meat. Are you Black American, Robin? From the States? Are you Black American? I'm just curious. I'm also going to add my carrots at this point. Oh, you're white, okay. It's nice that you are admiring African food. I'm also going to add some salt now. My carrot's gone in there. I'm going to mix it and then I'll show you what it's looking like right now. I might move you guys over so that the food can be seen, I think, in a minute. Earlier on, I wanted to add some cumin powder. I had put it here and I didn't see it, but I've seen it now. I'm just going to add some cumin powder, not much. I'm thinking of moving the camera nearer to the food so you can see the actual what it really looks like inside. Let me see if I can move you. Let me see if I can move you guys to the food and you can see what it actually looks like. I don't know whether you can all see this. I don't know if it's any better, or I might have to literally take this off the camera and flip you guys around just for a little while so you can see what my food is looking like, guys. Can you guys see meat stew and how it's looking now? Now, for those of you who have just joined me, I'm Jackqueline and I am a passionate cook of African food, a passionate food lover, general African cook. Can you guys see? Now in here, for those of you who have been with me, you will know that I've added carrots, okra. I started with the onions and browning the meat. I then went on to add part of a Scotch bonnet pepper, which is somewhere in here. Part of it. I did not grind it or anything. I just added it in. That's it in there. I have not added any water or any other stew that was left from boiling the meat as yet. I've added all my spices, of which were ginger, garlic, cumin powder, white pepper, oregano. Was it oregano? No, it was Italian herb. And I also added some salt, I believe. Cumin powder, have I mentioned that? And ginger, I believe. So that is what all this is looking like. I am actually now going to pour in what was left when I cooked the meat. I mean, that is when I boiled it. And it looks like I had some other meat left there, so I'm going to add that in. It's going to get the flavor, no need to worry. And then I'm going to I think I'm going to, yeah, I need to add my cabbage first, which is already washed, guys. So that's going in. That's going to go right in. So as you've seen that now, I have to put the stand, the phone back on to stand up, guys. I do beg your pardon. I have to put this back up so that I can actually handle the food. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. So you've seen how the food is looking inside. Yeah. I'm going to mix it up with the cabbage now, and then I will literally add that water there. I mean the stew from cooking the meat. That's enough mixing. There's no need to fuss a lot about it at this point. Yeah. I'm going to add this in, and it's going to continue to cook. That is enough. Yeah. And it's going to continue to cook, lidded, with the cabbage, which is a typical thing that we add in meat in East Africa. We do add spinach as well, but especially cabbage. That's more common vegetable that's added in stews, especially beef. I'm going to lid it and it's going to continue cooking. what I'd like to do next is I'd like to peel some sweet potatoes. This is going to be Ugandan sweet potatoes. So this is Ugandan sweet potatoes here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some oil on my hands because it can tend to stick and leave a black residue because of the stickiness underneath the skin. So the secret to avoid that is to just add some oil on the hand before peeling the sweet potatoes. Hi and welcome to the vlog. Welcome to the live. I'm so used to vlogs, guys. Because it's quite big, I like to just cut it back, chop it, put it into 2 or 3. That's what, if you've not seen this, that's Ugandan sweet potato. Just need to get some water for that. After peeling it, it's good to put it straight into water. There we go, that's peeled. Hi, I'm spilling some sweet potatoes that will go with the beef stew that I've been cooking, guys. Welcome. If you didn't hear that, this is the Ugandan sweet potato. Which is going to be boiled. Hi and welcome. Now, very often sweet potatoes can be an accompaniment to a wide variety of dishes. Sometimes we eat it as an accompaniment rather than not just straight on its own, but people also eat it with bean stew. That is or it can be eaten with meat, I mean, or there's a vegetable that is made out of peanut butter and spinach. That's what sweet potatoes might be eaten with in my part of the country in Uganda. But it can also be just accompanied. You can add rice, you've got sweet potatoes by the side, you've got your vegetables, you've got your meat. And the beauty about the sweet potato is that it just adds that extra different taste. It gives that kick in of the sweet and I suppose the savory. Please give the video a like. Thank you so much for those of you who have liked this live. I appreciate you guys. Please help like the live so that YouTube can actually push me up and people that are interested in my type of cooking can find me, which is African cooking, especially East African cooking, any other cooking for that matter, guys, but especially with an emphasis on authentic African cooking as my mother taught me. And as I learned as I went along the way. Where are you guys watching from? Say hi. I'm in the UK, guys. If you're not watching from UK or if you're from abroad, where are you watching from? It would be nice to hear from you guys. Thank you for all of you who have already said hi. I appreciate that. So that's my sweet potatoes. It's all peeled and ready to be boiled. I'm just going to give it a rinse and then I'm going to put it back to actually start boiling. So my sweet potatoes are ready to be put in fresh water to boil. I'm going to put them at the back to boil. I'm going to move you guys and with a hope that you can see how my food is doing. My kitchen is quite small. I struggle to work out where I should put my camera for the best views, but I'm doing my best. I'm going to mix this and give it a taste shortly. The vegetables are still cooking in the meat. I will be showing you what it looks like shortly. going to move this back over here, guys. I'm going to taste this for spiciness. Yeah, it tastes quite nice. It's well seasoned. And of course, if your food is not seasoned to your way or to your to how you want it to be seasoned, you can always adjust the seasoning and add more. That's fine. Okay. Welcome to the live, guys. If you're just joining, I'm cooking a beef stew with vegetables. You can put them outside. If you're just joining, I'm just cooking a beef stew. I just want to briefly talk to you guys about sesame seeds, which I came with from Uganda. And with these, I'd like to make some sesame balls or sesame flats, East African sesame balls, straight from sesame seeds. Sesame seeds can also be roasted and then ground to use in food as well. So if you're interested in that, do let me know. Leave a comment or say something. I've just moved my meat to the back because I want to cook here ugali to go with beef stew, and the sweet potato is also at the back cooking. So I just want to prepare some ugali on this side, which is a maize meal dough that can be eaten with stews. My hot water is already boiled. It goes into hot water. That's my maize meal, and this is this particular one is a South African brand, but maize meal is something that we eat it in East Africa a lot, and as I say, it goes well with a lot of stews, including meat, vegetable stews, sorted vegetables, beans, and so forth. So I'm going to make this to accompany my sweet potatoes. I'm going to do this on live for my viewers to see. But the sweet potato is very basic. It's just boiling. Once it's soft and boiled, that's pretty much what it is. My water is already boiled, so the water's got to come to boil, or it's going to be really hot. Bayram, somebody was online. I think you've gone away now. Okay. Yeah, let me cook my ugali. The water's already boiling, so I'm going to add that maize meal. And mingle it. I'm just making the dough out of maize meal, which is ugali. Maize meal dough to go with my meat stew, guys. You let the heat enter it and keep mingling. That's what it's beginning to look like. And as you mingle, it takes shape and gets harder. You try to cook out the pockets of the maize meal, the maize flour. And there aren't any pockets in here right now. It's actually better off on that side as well. I'll leave it there. That's fine. So that's my maize meal flour, ugali as we call it. That is practically ready. My meat is also practically cooked. It's just my sweet potatoes that I'm waiting for to cook. It's on low heat, so I'm going to swap that and bring it to this side. That's my ugali. It's cooked. I'm going to plate it just before and then I'll add the ugali with the meat together, typically how we would serve it in the East African home. So my meat is ready. I'm going to turn off the heat. Now with washed hands, typically speaking, I would pick out the ugali. I would pick out my ugali and mold it with my hand or with the saucer. And then everything goes generally in one bowl. We don't generally, it can be put separately, but we generally serve the maize meal dough, or if it's millet dough, millet ugali, we put it in one bowl, and that is how it is. So I'm going to do it the typical way because this is authentic African cooking, authentic East African cooking, how I know it, how my mother taught me. And that is what I like to bring to this channel. It is the authentic way of doing the East African cooking, or the cooking from my part of the region in Uganda. So I'm going to typically take the maize meal. Yeah. And what happens is you can either use a saucer to shape it, or you can shape it with your hand. If I'm using another saucer to shape it, I might typically just do something like this. Yeah, I might typically just do something like this to shape it. Or if I'm using my hand, of course, the shape is the shape, I'm shaping it. I'm going to turn it over, and you can see that it's beginning to take a shape. They like to get it smooth, but it really doesn't matter. What matters is that the actual ugali is cooked. And can you guys see? Yeah, I said to you that I'm going to use my hand to actually mold this, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Or I'm using both of them. Yeah. This is the very African way of presenting this dish. I'm just going to add some stew here and show you. And guys, there we have it. Beef stew served with ugali. If you know, you know, guys. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Robin Scully, you're welcome. Everybody, you're welcome. Come with your plates. I wish you could all taste this. These guys taste a lot better than what you might be looking at. But yes, it looks good and it tastes good. Guys, you're welcome. And there we have it. My sweet potatoes are still cooking, so that will also be added on the side as an accompaniment, just to add a differentiated taste to the savory dish, because the sweet potato is exactly that. It's really sweet, and it's got a different texture from the British one. And that is it for today, guys. I'm going to show you my sweet potatoes shortly. They are still not ready. They're still not ready. We are going to take off. I'm going to move this and show you what everything looks like. There we go. There's a sweet potato cooking. And there's my beef stew. There we go. And I have now come to the end of the live. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for joining me on this live this evening. I have really enjoyed cooking this on live and presenting you with a original African beef stew, as it were, with the cabbage, with the peppers, carrots, and the spices, and then ugali and sweet potatoes. Thank you so much, guys. Until next time, God bless you and bye-bye.